Hello everybody, my name is Craig Bennett and I'm the founder and owner of TechViews and Help, and today I am going to show you how to find someone's IP address with an email that you may have gotten. Now, before I jump into this, I want to mention a couple things. First off, I'm going to be blocking out a bunch of things. I'm going to be blocking out email addresses, I'm going to be blocking out IP addresses, and so on and so on. I'm going to be using a generic press release type of email, so it's not really a big deal if I show their end, but my end I'm going to be blocking it. But as far as things goes, one thing I want to mention that's really important, depending on the scenario that you're doing this in, is depending on how useful this is. It's pretty important to note that, because if you get business emails of any type, then chances are you're going to get the actual IP address down to nearby, if not the building itself. But what I've noticed with many cases, if you're getting something from Gmail or Yahoo or something like that, you may get the Gmail or Yahoo servers and not the actual person's IP address. So sometimes this works and sometimes it doesn't. So it's not a really good, reliable way. But, you know, you can check the IP address and you figure out in 5 seconds if it's going to be reliable or not. Now, the other part of this is, which is even more important, say even if you got the person's IP address, this doesn't mean that you got the person's actual address, their home address or business address or whatever it may be. This just means that you got the nearby location. And what I mean by this, sometimes you can get the actual building that the IP is associated to, but not all the time. In fact, most of the time you won't. Sometimes you get half a mile away, sometimes a mile away, sometimes even further. For my instance, my IP address currently, not modifying or anything like that, is 15 miles away. On my phone, it's 50 miles away, just the IP address itself. So it's a good way to figure out if someone's in your general location or a general location, but it's not a good way to figure out the person's actual address. How the cops would use it is they'll just look at the IP address, who it belongs to as far as the internet provider, then they'll go and try to go, if it's in the United States, a warrant and try to figure out the person's actual address by asking the internet provider. So even the cops, they'll tell you that it's not really that reliable. But saying that you're still up to it, I'm actually going to show you how to get a person's IP address. I just wanted to put that one out because a lot of people were getting confused, thought that you can actually get the person's actual address. And sometimes you can, but most of the time, let's just say 99% of the time, you're going to get close, but not that close. You're going to get in a pretty good distance where unless the person lives a mile from everyone else, that's probably the only time you're really going to get some accuracy. So as far as this trick goes, I'm going to leave a link below so you know how to do this in several different type of mailing services. This will include Apple Mail, Microsoft Outlook 2003, it could be for later, you can try. Thunderbird, and Gmail, obviously like this, Windows Live, Hotmail, and also Outlook.com. They're pretty much the same. Yahoo, the new and the old version, and so on. I'll leave a link below, so if you're using one of those services, then you can actually follow through and read how to do it on your own service. But for Gmail, let's just go through it since I already have it up. This is a press release or whatever. And what we want to do is click this little arrow thing and go down to show original. Again, some of this is going to be blocked out. And and by the way, the link that I'm going to leave below, it will tell you how to get to this part and whatever mailing service that you have. But I don't advise to use their service as far as One thing that they have on their website is where you can copy and paste the entire email, the header, and they'll tell you where the person is. That's fine and all, but the problem is I don't know that service, and that service, if I don't know it, I don't know if I can trust it. So I'm going to just show you where you need to be focusing on. Now, again, part of this is going to be blocked out for obvious reasons, but it's actually pretty simple. What you need to do is look for received from, and this is a header. This is part of the OSI model. For those of you who are wondering, I actually do have a video on the OSI model. But it says received from mail, yada yada. This is the actual mailing. Then you just copy this IP address to whatever number in this area. You might see it show a few times, and paste it into a IP finding geolocation service. Any of them would do. They're all pretty much the same. But basically, what we have here is a copy and paste of the actual IP address. I searched for it, and it shows that it's the ISP is the Starlight Corporation, which is right. It shows the server is, and that's stuff's being sent from, and possibly their mailing server is in Illinois, Chicago. Sorry about that. And it shows the latitude, longitude, and it shows a couple other things. But basically, you can figure out where their stuff is from here. So if you got a business email, then chances are is you can actually copy and paste that IP address, and you can get the person's about location, if not their exact location, from where they sent the message. So keep that in mind. If they're in an airport and they sent the message, their business, and if it's a business email, their business is obviously not in the airport. So they might be mobile, either on their laptop or on their phone or something. But if they're in their office, you're obviously going to get a more nearby location. So keep that in mind. And also, VPNs can skew the information. If a person's sending out the message with a VPN, then this is completely worthless. So also keep that in mind. But anyways, this is pretty much how you find the IP address of the person who sent you the some email. Again, I will leave a link below to how to do this on other services. It's very simple. Again, this is not 100%. This is actually going out of date, and I was thinking about not even posting this because of that. But for businesses, it seems like it's staying in for a little while. But anyways, if you got any questions, then feel free to leave them down below, and I'll answer them as quickly as possible. Also, if you want to add anything, please feel free, and that way you can help out other people. If you like this and if it helped you out, then please like, please subscribe, and please share. And please visit techreviewsnup.com, and I hope you have a great day.